Hey everybody, this is Daniel Ming with MoveFit Personal Training. I wanted to come to you this week with a different type of topic, but it's something that does affect a lot of people I know and has affected me as well, and that's anxiety and fear. And I just want to talk to you a little bit about it today and ways to maybe think differently about it. Um, I'm not a therapist, so take this for what it's worth. But I have been in this industry for 20 years, and I've dealt with all types of different clients, and of course just friends and family members that struggle with anxiety and fear. And the one way I've heard anxiety talked about that resonated with me was using your imagination for bad. So like think about you when you're a kid, right? We use our imagination for good all the time. We're thinking about being a pirate or something else. If you have kids, you get to experience it firsthand. I have two young kids, so I see usually my daughter, who's 8, my 1-year-old isn't quite ready for that yet, but my daughter is always using her imagination. It's always fun to watch. But as we grow older, something changes, and rarely do we use our imagination for good. We usually are using it for bad. We're thinking of things that might happen, and we worry about them. We get anxiety about them. And there's a couple different kinds of anxiety. Um, the important thing to know is, and we'll talk about this in a second, but is where your fear is coming from. And anxiety, fear, it can manifest itself in different ways. So it could be fear of losing money, fear of getting sick, fear of losing a family member, fear of losing your job, all these different things. And one thing that I know has affected me at times is when I am having anxiety, when I am having fear, I can let it sweep the day away and really ruin the day. But if you feel these things coming on, you've got to try to think about where they're coming from, and they may be coming from something that happened well in your past. I mean, maybe there's something happening in your childhood that has created this fear or anxiety that you have to deal with on occasion. But try to compartmentalize it into a smaller part of the day so it doesn't take over the day and ruin the day. But there's also, there's anxiety when it comes from what may be your definition of success. Like for me, I'm the kind of person that's a checklist person. I'm striving to get things done all the time, especially at work. And I sometimes don't take the time to enjoy the present moment. In fact, it's a big problem that I have. And so, one thing that you got to realize is, your definition of success is not just getting things done. You also have to take some time to do things you enjoy, whatever that might be. And I speak from personal experience in telling you that it's something that's been difficult for me over the years, and that I'm always trying to work on is not just simply getting things done, checklists, you know, being efficient, all these things. My wife would laugh if she was watching this video right now, but it's something just to think about. Is sometimes that anxiety can be like, oh my God, I'm not going to get everything done today. Oh, but we got to realize it's not the end of the world when that happens. One thing that a friend of mine had mentioned to me, is really helpful is journaling, because oftentimes, the things we worry about, the things we have anxiety about, are worse than reality. And I'm sure you've experienced that. I know I have, where I've been worried sick about something coming up, worried, thinking about every worst case scenario. And then it happens, and it's like, wow, that wasn't bad at all. That was actually way better than I thought it would be. But you just work yourself up, and you get your stomach's upset and everything else because you're all worried and anxious about something. And so a couple of things I want you to think about with regard to anxiety and fear is that, we can't sometimes control things that are out of our control, but the thing we can control is how we react to it. I had a conversation with my daughter just this morning. My daughter's 8. Naturally, Sometimes, kids are kids, and she's been having particularly trouble with one particular kid at her school. And, you know, obviously she cares what other people think. But I just tried to explain to her, I was like, you cannot control what she thinks of you, but you can control how you react to it. And that is something that we all can learn from. And I've heard it explained really well when it comes to circles of control. So there's 3 circles. If I had a diagram, I'd do it for you. But basically 3 circles of control. We have our first circle of control, the big one, which is things we have no control over. So the weather, often politics, things that are happening on the other side of the world, what others think of us or whatever it might be. We have absolutely no control over those things. And oftentimes we get so worked up about this stuff that we have no control over, and it's just fruitless. It's a complete waste of effort. Then there's things that you have some control over. So maybe that would be your kid's schedule, your thoughts, maybe some familiar daily challenges that happen from day to day. And you don't have total control over, but you have some control over how those things are. And then finally, you've got total control. Okay. And the things you have total control of, you have total control of your actions. And then, like, if you want to change the paint color of your bedroom, you have control of that as well. So try to spend your time and attention thinking about the things you can control. And I think that what that will help you do is try to, relinquish some of this anxiety and fear on these things that you cannot control. All you can control is how you react, how some of these things affect your life. So I hope that helped you guys a little bit. It's not fitness related, but that's okay. I mean, we're always talking about health, and health encompasses so many different things. And so I hope you enjoyed that. Just a reminder, tomorrow, February 28th at 6:30 p.m., Dr. Tiffany Breeding's coming to Move Fit to talk about mastering metabolism, just speaking on ways to burn fat and maintaining muscle, which is the key. That's what we all want. So as a member of Move Fit, you can become this for free. If you're not a member of Move Fit, it's only $25 to attend this. It will be worth it, I promise. Sign up in the link below in the email, and there. Have a great week.